Extraordinary moments in Hawaii. Over 450 earthquakes in 24 hours and spewing lava on the Big Island. That's what many people on that island have been enduring, and many having only minutes to escape the lava from the Kilauea volcano. People are now being told to ration their water even if they do remain on the island. CNN correspondent Stephanie Elam is live for us near Hilo. So Stephanie, officials there say more potential dangers ahead.
Exactly, Fred. And as if it's not enough to not know where one of these fissures where the lava is spewing forth out of the earth, where they're going to pop up, but then also dealing with the air quality and the earthquakes. It's a lot for the people who have been forced to evacuate from their homes.
Volcanic eruptions spewing molten rock, ash, and toxic gases onto Hawaii's Big Island. The eruption stemming from a series of cracks in Pu'u'o'o's rift zone, miles from the Kilauea volcano. Video from earlier this week shows walls of smoke billowing as the vent on Pu'u'o'o collapses, leaving behind a red, rocky surface similar to that of Mars, with gaping holes giving us a glimpse of the orange liquid magma smoldering below. And this time-lapse, shot last week, shows gushing rivers of lava flowing as night turns to day. Residents are fleeing from their homes as forests burn and roads break open.
You could feel the heat coming from the ground. Yeah, there's heat coming up out of this.
Officials warn that the sulfur dioxide levels are extremely dangerous. More than 700 structures and 1,700 people are within the mandatory evacuation area.
Now we have about 100 people up here at the facility, at the shelters. We just got another wave of them that got evacuated because the volcano ended up erupting more up on the street.
Lava is coming out in Leilani, so this is real.
At the center of the activity lies the community of Leilani Estates. A resident there captured this lava fountain shooting over 100 feet into the air.
Came down the road, all we heard was a boom. What is that? And then all of a sudden we smelled the sulfur dioxide. We knew something was happening. Within minutes, we've seen smoke. And now we see all this lava coming across the street, and it's pumping right now. So this fissure is opening up, and this is our next eruption.
The eruptions are part of a massive geological event set off by the collapse of the Pu'u'o'o crater floor. That collapse led to hundreds of earthquakes this week, which continue to jolt the Big Island.
The tough part about this eruption is that it's unpredictable. We don't know which way the lava is going to flow, and we are planning actively for every contingency that we can think of.
And if you take a look out here now, you can see one of the plumes from one of the fissures, one of the eruptions that we have seen, still billowing into the sky now that the daylight has arrived here in Hawaii. And because of all of these earthquakes, because of the eruptions here, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park has decided to shut down. It is also closed. That's a major attraction here on the Big Island, as you know, Fred. But because of that, they're not taking any chances. Some of these earthquakes have been really large, one as large as 6.9 on the Richter scale yesterday.
Oh my gosh, how frightening. So does that mean that they've also increased the number of flights out? Because usually flying in and out on the Big Island is very limited.
It is limited. I have not seen evidence of that. You did hear people talking about it when we flew in yesterday from Los Angeles. But there's also the tale of two islands almost on this Big Island, because here near Hilo, this is closer to where they're seeing this activity. But then on the other side of the island, on Kona side, it's fine. People there are fine. The air quality is fine. They may still feel some of the tremors, but it is definitely, there are places you can go on the island and be safe.
All right, that dry side versus the wet side. All right, Stephanie Elam, thank you so much. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. We'll check back with you. All right, for more now on the dangerous conditions there on the Big Island, meteorologist Allison Chinchard joins us now from the CNN Weather Center. So, Allison, what are among the biggest concerns? Because there are many.
I think the top concern at this point is that sulfur dioxide gas, mainly because people can't see it. When you're out, you're driving along the roads, you see the lava over the road, you know to stop. You see the danger, you turn around. But the sulfur dioxide gas, you cannot see. And here's the thing people need to understand. In low doses, that can cause breathing problems in people who would never normally have any breathing problems. But at high levels, which they are seeing, the fire crews that are out there have reported those toxic levels, it can be fatal. And I think that's the big concern. People go out, they want to take pictures and see what's going on, but you can't breathe that stuff in. You just simply can't. So that sulfur dioxide is at dangerous levels. They are rising. Those fumes are rising from those fissures along with the lava. We are also watching for additional fissures to open up, because not only is that possible, it's likely over the coming days that you will get some additional fissures opening up, or cracks, as you like to call them. The earthquakes are also going to continue, and that's a big concern because you have to understand the frequency. We've had over 450 earthquakes in just the last 24 hours. Now, here's the explanation of why this is happening. You have all that magma building up underneath, okay, and it has to go somewhere, but it's hard to find those locations, so pressure builds up underneath. And when the pressure gets too high, you start to notice cracks. These are the fissures that end up taking place, and the earthquakes that are also taking place. Eventually, though, that magma has to come up somewhere, and it comes out through those fissures or through the actual eruption of the volcano. That's where you'll end up getting your lava as well as your toxic fumes. And that's what we've been seeing around this general vicinity. Now, we talked about the earthquake. Stephanie also even mentioned the magnitude 6.9. This was very shallow, only about 3 miles deep. This did actually trigger a mini tsunami. Sea level rise was about 15 inches. Nothing dramatic, but the point is that this was a